What's going on, Jeromes? So it's Pro Bowl voting season, and yes, the Vikings won't be participating in the Pro Bowl games because they'll be playing in the Super Bowl, blah, 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 blah. I feel like we have to point out that stupid tired joke every single time, otherwise other people will make it. And I'm all about stupid tired jokes. But there are 8 Vikings on the rooster who deserve some Pro Bowl love. Now, a part of it is it really sucks with injuries where, JJ definitely deserves it, but probably won't make it this year due to missing 7 games with his hamstring. Jordan Hicks was actually on pace to make his first Pro Bowl, but with his injury probably won't do it. Kirk Cousins, obviously, and also some guys that we know and love, like Brian O'Neill, although he's taken a step back, especially in that Bears game against Montez Sweat. Harrison Smith has been good, but has he been Pro Bowl good this year? Who knows? But 8 Vikings certainly deserve some Pro Bowl love, and here is our list. Numero uno, edge rusher Danielle Hunter. So this is the obvious one. Danielle also deserves some All-Pro love, although they're probably going to screw him over, right? They're probably going to put him on the second team behind TJ, as well as, I don't know, maybe Khalil Mack, maybe Myles Garrett still gets on there even with his injury. But Danielle, 13.5 sacks this season, 3rd in the league, 51 pressures, 18 tackles for loss, leading the National Football League, as well as 4 forced fumbles. Pay Danielle, keep Danielle. Next up, Viking number 2 deserves some Pro Bowl love. Hockenson has been low-key great this year, and also the fact that the Vikings, they lost Kirk Cousins, and he's been having to deal with a quarterback change with Josh Dobbs, maybe even another one. No. But with Hockenson, 80 catches this year, which is first in the league amongst tight ends, 786 receiving yards, second in the league amongst tight ends, and 5 touchdowns, which is tied for second. And Hockenson, he's been... Here's the thing, too, like Hockenson, he's putting up all these numbers, and he would have even greater numbers like if he didn't have a couple of those drops, especially at the end against the Chargers. But we're picking nits here. Either way, Hockenson has definitely earned the money. He is a top 2 tight end. He might not be 2. He might not be 2, especially with Kelsey starting to age out and also having off-the-field interests. Next up, player number 3 who deserves some Pro Bowl love, left tackle Christian Darrisaw. Now, Darrisaw had a couple rough games over the last couple weeks, but Darrisaw still is one of the best young left tackles in the game, and also he's extremely well-rounded. Not only is he phenomenal as a pass protector, he's great in the run game as well. 85 PFF grade, which is second amongst left tackles in the NFC, behind only Tyron Smith. Perhaps you've heard of him. So I think that even though, yes, Trent Williams is still name recognition, I do think that it'll be Darrisaw and Tyron Smith this year, even though, of course, Tyron Smith has some name recognition too. Next up, player number 4, Cam Beasley. And we've been saying this all season long. Camryn Bynum got off to a phenomenal start this year, has been great throughout, and Metellus gets all the hype amongst the fans, rightfully so, but Beasley has really taken to this Flores defense, and he's played extremely well. He's leading the team with 99 tackles, 8 passes broken up, half a sack, 1 forced fumble, and 84.4 PFF grade, which is 3rd in the NFC amongst safeties, behind only Take Thompson. All right, fine. Jesse Bates, as well as Antoine Winfield Jr. Again, perhaps you heard of them. So I think that Beasley will get in. He deservedly so, but we'll see. Next up, player number 5. Hold on. Flex. Actually, they don't have flex in Pro Bowl voting, do they? Whatever. But with Josh Metellus, he has been the absolute joker on defense for the Vikings. He's playing safety, he's playing slot corner, he's playing linebacker, and he's been fantastic this year. 81 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks. He's really getting after it pressure-wise. Has a pick, 4 passes broken up, and 3 forced fumbles. 44 has been doing phenomenal work, man, and he deserves some recognition. I love that he got himself the mini bag with an extension. I love that he's been named team captain. Josh Metellus is exactly the type of player that you want on this team, and he's just been fantastic, man. Also fantastic, number 6, Andrew DePaola, long snapper. Now, there's no long snapper stats except for bad snaps. DePaola hasn't had one. Knock it on all the wood, but also the fact that he, was a Pro Bowler and first team All-Pro last year, I think that lends some credence. Plus, the snap that he had to Ty Chandler on the fake punt, I mean, that's hard to do. I feel like that's going to be on his highlight reel. So he's been getting after it. He definitely deserves some love. Lastly, actually, 7 and 8 are part and parcel because there's only one special teamer spot for the Pro Bowl. But Najee Thompson and Troy Dye both deserve a little bit of love. Najee Thompson, 5 special teams tackles this season in punt coverage. And Ryan Wright has not been good. He would be absolutely atrocious if he didn't have Najee Thompson out there. The UDFA special teamer coming out of Georgia Southern. I think that that's a phenomenal find. I think that he should be in purple a long time. I think that he's going to be the Vikings' Matthew Slater, and I think that I love with the heart that he plays. I love that he choreographs the turnover dances. It's great, man. It's great. And Troy Dye. So we've given Troy Dye flack before. Especially when he was filling in basically as that third starting linebacker back in the Zimmer regime with Barr and Kendricks. But Troy Dye has really developed into a hell of a special teamer. He's played 238 special team snaps leading the team, plays all special teams except for field goal, and he's got an 87 PFF special teams grade this season, which is second in the NFL. Dose. All right, so he definitely deserves a little bit of recognition as well. But, again, it's weird to have this list where you don't have Kirk Cousins, where you don't have Justin Jefferson, JJ, he'll probably get a couple votes because people love him. And also, Jordan Hicks, like we said, deserved a little bit of recognition before he got hurt. But it's weird not to have Harrison Smith. It's weird not to have Brian O'Neill on this list, but sort of is what it is. But that's it. That's 8 Pro Bowl Vikings this season. But yes, the Vikings won't be playing in the Pro Bowl games because they'll be playing in the Super Bowl. Nailed it. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.